This is the 2021 AeroGarden Bounty, and here's my first thoughts. This was a gift. It's normally around $400 and was on sale for around $260, not including taxes, which is quite a lot for what it is. Now, for most people, this is out of reach or not even necessary for what they want to use for growing, but it does have a little bit of a cult following. And just a pre-warning on this video that most people who buy an AeroGarden tend to go out and buy additional AeroGardens. Now, this particular garden is one that has a 40-watt LED light on the top, which will last probably around 5 years if it goes as planned. It has a computerized interface on the front of it, which basically tells you things such as how many days your seeds have been planted, whether or not to add food, whether or not to add water. It does interface over wireless with your smartphone, and here's one other thing that AeroGarden needs to improve on. Most people broadcast home wireless around 5 gigahertz. This only connects to a 2.4 gigahertz older style wireless system with a WEP password. So with that in mind, this may not connect to your home wireless. One other thing that I noticed compared to other AeroGardens from the past, since Miracle-Gro has picked up the company, is that the plastic is not as thick as it used to be. However, I don't think that's going to be as big of an issue. Now, they do have improvements that will benefit most people, such as in the past, the pump inside that circulated the water around was fastened on the bottom, whereas with this model, it is actually mounted to the base of what we call the seed deck. And that makes it easier to lift and to pull that pump out and to clean it periodically. Another nice feature is that the entire top actually is recessed. Now, that's very nice because if you happen to pull some of these seed pods out and there's roots that are in the water below and they drip, they're more likely to be caught on the deck and not on the countertop. One other thing that would be a benefit that most people don't even consider is that sometimes the AeroGarden's white plastic basket, which has the seed foam pod inside of it, may not be available. And so it's a very skinny looking seed pod. And so if you were to cut rock wool or even one of the Root Riot or other products that are out there for seed starting, you may end up getting that a little bit too large. And because the deck has little channels on each of the plant sites, and there's 9 of those, when that water comes out and hits that particular little foam plug, if you have one that is a little bit too large, what will happen is the water will back up onto the deck. Now, if you happen to be in that situation with the older models, of course, the water would overflow onto the countertop, onto the carpet or wood floor. And with this recessed deck, it will permit the water to go back down into the reservoir. So pluses, minuses. My personal opinion is that if you are growing in a home environment or a corporate environment where a more traditional grow system might be found to be too much, these often, based on my personal testing, are suitable and pass a lot of corporate standards. As a matter of fact, a lot of individuals who have seen this particular unit sitting in my office have complimented me on it and said that they wish that they could have one as well. The ability to grow, it only goes up to about 24 inches in height on this adjustable light hood. And so you're not going to grow a lot of large plants. You're really going to be stuck with salad greens, seed starting, cloning, or small plants. And because this is a light that is spread out, what you'll want to do is keep most of your plants at the same height going across. And that will allow them each to get a uniform amount of light coming off of that particular light hood. So this is what I would have to say about the AeroGarden Bounty 40-watt LED hood. It is a perfect setup if you like to have something compact, neat, and something that would be suitable for a lot of environments. However, if you are just seed starting, growing salad greens, there are other systems that are out there that perhaps would do you a little bit better. And Amazon does have several of those if you were to go out to their particular website. But for the diehards who love the AeroGarden system, kudos to AeroGarden because they have continued to produce a nice product line.